Allow me to explain it. I'm going to pray. Abacadosh, talk to us through Ruach HaKodesh. I may not be man. Thank you so much, Joshua, Messiah. Amen. Please take a seat, beloved brothers, sisters. Your servant, Dr. Javier Palacios, Celorio, from the Kehila Gozo y Paz in Tehuacán, Puebla, Mexico. Right now are appearing on your screen or websites that you can check. There are videos, audios, and study notes that you can download, copy, give away in different languages. The slogan in this congregation is to not do business with the word of the Almighty. Well, first we're going to see to understand the comment of the Parasha, Tzav. And then I will go into the teaching about the incense. But first, please, let's go. And we're going to see the comment of the Parasha, this weekly Parasha. Is the Parasha number 25. Well, indeed, this Parasha, the Parasha as it is already filmed in the YouTube channel Shalom 132, and in audio teaching in the website gmps.mx. Now, Tzav, T-Z-A-V. The word mitzvah means commandment, and from that word comes out, Tzav, or the word mitzvah. Now, the word commandment, that is mitzvah, then it has its origin in Tzav. But what does Tzav mean? So we can understand about the incense. It means union. When you and I we do a commandment, we get more united to Yahweh. If we're obedient to His commandments, we're more united to Yahweh. So, doing the commandments, beloved brothers in Yahshua HaMashiach, it is how we get united to Yahshua HaMashiach. I repeat again, only keeping the commandments, doing the commandments is how we are united to Yahshua HaMashiach. There's no other way. The Eternal Father, Yahshua says, and that day they are going to tell me, Lord, Lord, in your name we kick out demons, and we made a lot of miracles. But He will say, out of here, I know you not, transgressors of the Torah. In some versions it says, doers of evil. Yes, that's good too. But a doer of evil, it is someone that transgresses the Torah, the person that didn't keep the commandments of the Almighty. So, those people, it is not that they are cut off from the people, they are just not part of the people. And remember that the wedding, Joshua's wedding, is only with Israel. That is explained in the teaching about the two houses of Israel. It is in video, in audio teaching, in study note, in different languages. Now, we have learned this. Just let me remind you, the offer of mincha, it is of flour. Yes, that, I just want to keep that in mind so we can talk about the incense. So, the important thing is that Joshua recognizes us as His children because of His great compassion. Now, just the comment of the Parasha is that the ashes of all the sacrifices were accumulated in the center in a small mountain, or like a little bit of it, that this was with the end for the sacrifices to be known or noticeable to Yahweh, so people just wouldn't go by. Also, we've already studied in the Parasha Tzav about the menorah, and that it was turned on from the fire of the altar. That means, let's make a summary, a recap. The Eternal Father, once the Mishkan was built, then what He makes is that He makes fire come from heaven, and that is what the fake prophet is going to do, imitating it. So, the devil imitates everything. Moses brought the magic wound, the bread, the shewbread, then the bread of the death, the incense for Yahweh, the incense for idols. But here we praise Yahweh. Here we don't have idols. Here we praise Yahweh. So from that fire that the Eternal Father turned on through His Ruach HaKodesh, the fire didn't have to be turned off. Indeed, there's another thing that I recorded some years ago. I titled it Later, the elder is going to remind me the teaching, the title of the teaching, so like that you can look for it. It's a really interesting thing. To not let the fire be turned off. Don't let the fire be turned off because the Kohanim did it like that. And it is our responsibility to not turn off the fire of the Ruach HaKodesh. So in the book of Acts, in chapter 2, the Eternal Father makes a tefillah with fire. That means that the Ruach HaKodesh goes and he baptizes them in fire because it was a promise of the scriptures, and even John the Baptist in Hebrew, the son of Zechariah, he said that someone bigger than him was going to come and that he was going to baptize them in fire. That means in his Ruach HaKodesh. So he received the same fire that turned on the altar. That same fire touched each one of them, of the 120, that they were not in the high place. I've already explained that they were in the Beit HaMikdash. They were in the temple. Now, the ashes were taken away and they were put in a place, in a kosher place, in a clean place. It could not be in a cemetery, for example, because those were the ashes of the altar. So we have to be careful with all of that. Now, in chapter 7, let's open our Tanakh. In Exodus. Let's go there, please. Blessed is the name of Yahweh.
Entonces, en el capítulo
So,
7,
in chapter 7,
en el verso, perdónenme, mil disculpas.
Sorry.
En Vaikra,
Leviticus 3.
Levíticus, capítulo 7,
chapter 7,
capítulo 7,
chapter 7, verse 3. It says, and he shall offer it from all the fat thereof, the ram, the fat that covers the inwards. Well, Shelaim, sacrifices of peace. Shelaim, there were also sacrifices of Todah, of thanksgiving. In verse 12, in Leviticus 7, verse 12, it says like this: if he offered for a thanksgiving, then he shall offer it as a sacrifice of thanksgiving unleavened cakes, mingled with oil, and unleavened wafers, anointed with oil, cake mingled with oil or flour fried. Well, these were the offerings of thanksgiving, and they were offered after going through a danger. We have all gone through a danger. Sometimes the Eternal Father has delivered us from 1,000 things. Blessed is His name on the highway, in airplanes, in our journeys, etc., to all of us. And in each way, we have to be thankful. So, an offering can be given, or to offer an offering of thanksgiving. For example, something is easy. You are thankful because the Eternal Father delivered you from a danger, and you, before Shabbat, you buy some really beautiful flowers, you speak with the elders, and you say to them, I would like to make this offering of Todah, of thank you, of thanksgiving, and they can be put at the foot of the altar. I don't know if I'm being clear. Is that valuable, or we are not going to do it anymore? It's a question. Do we have to do it? We don't. We can. We can. So we're not going to commit a sin here of being religious, but to see the right optic of the Torah. Because when you see it with a bad perspective, then we wouldn't offer anything, not even songs to the Eternal Father, not even songs. So we would come here just like this, and then we would read, but we would be hearers, but not doers. Well, so that we can do that, children. So we can keep doing that, brothers. Now, here in this parasha, it talks about the offerings of the sacrifices that belong to the Kohanim. There's an offering called Tenufah. I've already ministered that some years ago. And it is when they wave the offering as a thanksgiving and to be recognized as children of the Eternal Father. That means that we recognize ourselves as children of the Eternal Father, first of all, recognizing Yahweh as the creator of the universe. That's why you have looked at when I'm in the manner I do this. We do this. It has been taught to the brothers to show a waved offering. Truly, it means that the Eternal Father is the creator of all, of everything, and we can do it like this. I do it like this. I do it like this. It is not Kabbalah. I'm recognizing that the Eternal Father is the creator of the whole universe. Blessed is the Avakadosh. If someone wants to give it another interpretation, well, they can do it, but that's not the right thing. I'm only recognizing that the Eternal Father is the creator of the universe. Indeed, when we offer the barley during Hamatzot, the unleavened bread, and the wheat during Shavuot, unit as Pentecost, but the right thing is Shavuot, then we also weave it. It all has to be like that. It has to be pleasant to the Eternal Father. It is not the same for me if I take one of his Father, we show you this. These barley. Thank you. And that's it. No, it's not the same. Look at the difference. If I say, Father, please accept this barley, and at the blowing of the shofar I start to do this, it is more beautiful. Why? Because the Torah says it, that it has to be a waved offering. Waved. And to wave it means, I repeat again, to recognize to the Almighty like that as the creator of the universe. Now, in Leviticus chapter 8, here, it is the consecration of the Kohanim. Now, the Kohanim, bad translated as priests, because I've already explained that priest means the sacrificer of pigs, just as Antioch Epiphanes, or just as the Egyptians used to do. So the consecration of the Kohanim was really important. The Eternal Father knows. Why did he call the Kohanim? You already know that. Why did he call the Levites? Because they went against the idolatry of the golden calf. So the Kohanim were the way of connection in between the material and the divine. If you want to take notes of that, so the Kohanim, they were the way of connection in between something physical and something divine. Now, is Joshua HaMashiach. He has always been, he is the high Cohen, and then us as men, we only serve in the Mishkan, but even though the Eternal Father, because of his great compassion, he bought us with the price of blood price, the Levites and the Kohanim, they have a really important place in the ministry of, forgive the redundance, of ministration. Because even nowadays, and once Joshua comes and he puts his Messianic kingdom, that I'm going to talk about it in the teaching of the incense, so he is going to reign from Jerusalem, and we are going to reign with him. That is what the Tanakh says, and we believe in that. The ones that we have faith in Joshua, that he is coming, and we believe in him, and we keep his holy throne with a holy jealousy. So the Kohanim are going to keep being, the Levites are going to still being. For example, in Ezekiel 40, there is the description of the new temple. Now, the new temple is not going to be the temple that is going to be built now, once the anti-Messiah comes. And about that, I want to clarify some things about incense. This is really important, because today I want to open my heart to you. There are things that I don't say sometimes, because the congregation, not all of it is mature. There are many that are mature spiritually, and sisters that are mature spiritually, but there are other sisters and other brothers that I'm not criticizing them, but they're just new and they don't understand many things, and they could say things in another, give them another interpretation, because it is really different that one person has 1, 2, or 3 years, but they are ignorant. That is another thing. That means that they don't study the Torah, the Bible. So the Kohanim, there in Ezekiel 40, it is the description of the temple, and there are going to be kitchens there, forgive the rent, so they can cook the offerings. The Kohanim can cook them. So the Kohanim and the Levites, they're going to keep having a really important place. Now, I repeat, they were the connection in between the material and the divine. In that way, then, even though Joshua HaMashiach came, he is the high Cohen. You, if you're Kadosh, you're going to reign with Joshua. And then the Eternal Father is going to allow you to be a connection, you to be a way of blessing for other people in the millennium, and even right now. So, do not they put aside the Kohanim and the Levites, not say, well, Joshua is the high Kohen. Yes, he is the high Kohen, but he wants the Kohanim and the Levites to keep working. Well, now or in the millennium. Hallelujah. Well, then this comment of this parasha is to hear. Indeed, it is a really simple comment, but the idea is that the connection, the union between Yahweh and his children is through doing the commandments. If you don't do the commandments, then there's no union there in between the Father and the children, in between the Almighty and His creation. Let's keep that in mind and remember, you can give offering of thanksgiving, of thank you. If one day you say, well, I want to bring, I don't know, oil to the congregation for the menorah or to anoint the ill person, ill people, then that speaks really good about you because you are doing commandments. And you know, there's always going to be a lot of happiness more than giving than in receiving. If we give, if we bless other brothers, everything gets multiplied. We don't do it because of that. We don't do it because of that is the kind of love that we have. No, but because the Eternal Father already blessed us. Keep this in mind because I'm going to go into the ministration of the incense. May the Eternal Father bless you and keep you.